What is happening in week 13 is what is happening in week 13. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic checkout this extra piece, which costs about $2.44. Given that Bitcoin is increasing, what exactly is going on with it? We are in the 13th week. Guys, what does that do? The news that is being released every day is mind-blowing, and I'm not even kidding when I say that I've never seen a week this wild. According to Justin's son, there will be a significant event this week. He is clearly an insider, so what does he know that we don't know? Someone should tell him. He was asked to check his direct message. However, this week is really blowing up in our faces. We've finished our enjoyable time with XRP and the XRP community, guys. This is really fascinating now. In a likely resolution, the SAC and Ripple have decided to abandon their remaining challenges, with the SAC keeping $50 million and Ripple retrieving $75 million from escrow. Wait a minute before we discuss the escrow, because the long-running lawsuit has been resolved. On the day of the darn going ballistic men, he was just confirmed for Mr. Pool's escrow 325. What is taking place at the moment? Take a look at this. Guys, the SAC is retaining $50 million while Ripple is getting $75 million back from escrow. Hold on a second. That's weird and bizarre. In addition to discussing the matter, Freddie Riss is now present on the scene. Updated timeline of SECVs. Ripple. You may be sure that their documentation has already been prepared in light of the announcement made by Ripple's chief legal officer. We are currently awaiting the SAC Commission's vote, which should occur in less than 30 days. After that, we await the SAC's filing to lift the injunction, which Ripple won't contest. After the motion filing guys review it, Judge Torres will approve it in less than 30 days. Therefore, we are at most 60 days away from this being 100%. Over mails both legally and dramatically. Wow. This is when you know that announcements will be made and that the price will soar because it will be less than 60 days until it is officially over. That's interesting, huh? Because Mr. Pool is finalizing on this day, 325. What are the chances of this happening? This is how I know Mr. Pool is legitimate, guys. Mr. Pool is authentic. Now that the thing is with me, that's all I know. The problem is that I have faith that these trades are legitimate, even though I still have my spare piece locked up on an exchange people. They would also not act in a dishonest manner intentionally. Thus, I'm currently litigating for an additional P people. Well, there you have it, guys. It's there. The penalties has dropped from $125 million to $50 million. Isn't that all, people? That's all. Take a look at Mr. Pool's finale. That's it, people. You mean when we discuss the end? It's only the start. It's only the beginning, guys. This is a fresh start, and this picture says boom. You can see it right here, and the 5E9 is written as though you're right here, folks. I can't even see the 5E9 written right there, so if it's done correctly, there will be a significant price increase in 60 days. It has been precisely 222 weeks since December 22, 2020, when they rippled with suit 22 to the present low of $2.22. I'm not 325, and the chances of those men being right are rather slim. Today's new solution won't be back tomorrow. Why do I fear I'm going to faint, guys, when this is just ballistic? Mr. Pool informed us that a new solution would be unveiled overnight and that we couldn't simply return to the previous system. You understand why that is absurd. Mr. Pool's executive order, which President Trump recently affirmed, allows the NAC's Treasury to update its payment system in order to cut down on fraud, waste, and abuse. What's happening? I promised you all that government payments would make the world more efficient. According to historical data, electronic transfer payments are thought to be 14 times less likely to be fraudulent than checks issued by the Treasury. In order to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse in government, This executive order will force the Treasury Department to update its payment system so that whenever feasible, electronic payment methods are used instead of paper checks. This is an initiative that we have been pursuing in many areas of government under your leadership, right? In essence, it is the upgrading of tools and techniques. And it's something that, in my opinion, Scott, the Secretary of the Treasury, would really want. Therefore, in addition to this, we are also working on additional modernization initiatives. Might allow another person to do it, whoever comes next. However, it should have been done 25 or 30 years ago. Hold on, this should have been done 25 to 30 years ago. Get me a job with the government, please. I will provide them with information on how to modernize payments if they wish to do so. Guys, it's like Swift was created in the 1900s. That has to be updated. Do any of you see what I mean? We are therefore moving toward that 0 point step by step. Guys, it's that easy. Very simple. What's happening? By the way, all of this takes place during week 13. I'm telling you, it's the 13th week. All right, folks, 13 is the moon. The moon is at number 13. You mean it's been verified? Literally, a miracle occurs on the 13th date. What's happening? Therefore, when it comes to modernity, Trump and XRP are superior to the new. It will be realized long ago. Merely a trigger event. All that is required is that Treasury. Fascinating. The secret. We have those abilities, justice or the law, don't we? However, the only method, burning this one to the ground, is the only way to introduce the new financial system. You have no desire to save the American system or the American people. You must destroy it. You're witnessing a superpower being purposefully destroyed. The new monetary system will not be governed by anyone. Guys, Masons win, don't they? Indeed, it is the men who are in charge. But who is in charge of this contrived system? This very moment, he says it all. He says it out loud. Who wins in the end then? These folks do. The covert organization. Correct? Yes. It is insane, isn't it? America dying is the only reason they will flip. That's the problem. Wait a minute, though, since now some are predicting that Ripple will be able to sell to institutional investors after the SEC lifts the injunction. To be clear, as far as I can tell, Ripple's institutional XRP sales will no longer be restricted. They can now sell directly to hedge funds or private equity firms rather than first going via two over-the-counter desks, but they still have to abide by securities regulations, right? XRP should be utilized while discussing these topics OTC right now. Yes, and this is where the conjecture appears. Organizations, you guys, will be permitted to purchase straight from the Ripple circulating supply, which will vanish overnight. Shane Ellis and Bound, right? Which implies that since there isn't much, it will go up in price overnight, folks. The market is left with supply, correct? The next step is to proceed. Will that then become a reality? Maybe. The fall of Sauron, the destruction of the ring, and the death of Golem all take place on this day in financial history, March 25. No idea. I haven't seen it yet, but on March 25, we all know that it was all Ripple because it led the way at the same time, James. But regardless of which crypto tribe you belong to,